Hi and welcome back to Larand Gaming, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Larand, and today we're gonna talk about fish index and all the different colors and how to be able to obtain the different rewards that you have in the end at the fish index for each zone. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I can't give any promises because there's a lot of things to keep track on, and this has caused a lot of confusions among many different players. So yeah, I hope I don't confuse people even more. So let's get straight to it. Yes, fish index. Where to start? Well, first off, you have the fish index button directly here to the left. So by opening this, you will have the first step of the confusion. So we have different zones with different rewards, and we also have even an event zone, but that doesn't contain any reward in the end. We're gonna take a look at, say, Port Jackson now for a start, because that's the place that I've been spending most time, and I will explain what counts and what doesn't count. So this explanation has been causing a lot of confusion, and yeah, I can sort of agree to that, because it's kind of difficult to explain so many conditions that you have to fulfill in just one sentence and to also be readable. But yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of a closer look how this actually works. Starting off very easy is the first part. So you have, for each zone, you have two different rewards. So you have the first reward, that is the mutation boost, and then you have the item reward in the end for the zone, which is, well, it can be a rod, it can be a backpack, it can be a boat. It all depends on the different zones. Eventually, in later episodes, I will go through the different items that you can get. However, it's very time consuming, and so far I've been working roughly 2 months to get this key to the city, and I'm almost there, but I'm really not there yet. So once we are ready to get this one on the road, I will show you what it looks like and the stats of it. But the first part, to get the mutation boost. The mutation boost is localized on each and every zone. If you get a mutation boost for Port Jackson, it's only going to be valid for Port Jackson. But the item that you get in the end, it's going to be working everywhere, of course. But to get the first part, 50 out of 50. So in Port Jackson we have 10 fishes. And we have, as it says here, catch every size of all regular fish. So if you go into a fish, doesn't really matter what species we are talking about, but we have this regular fish. That's the one that doesn't have any glow, and it also has 5 different sizes. It has the baby, small, regular, large and huge size. And since we have 10 species and 5 different sizes, we can just multiply it simply and get 50. So once you have been able to obtain all the sizes of a regular, you're also going to be able to reach this mutation boost. Once you have reached this mutation boost, then things starts to become a little bit more complicated. Because then it's only gonna be counting all the neon colors: the common glow, the uncommon glow, the rare glow, epic glow, legendary glow, mythic glow and the albino. But that's not all, because here is when it starts to become even more complicated, because you need to get, if we start by checking this sentence, catch all sizes of fish of any 3 mutations. People read this sentence differently. So depending on who you ask, you're gonna get different replies and answers. So here how it's working, and I will also show you how it's working for me in this case. What counts up to this 147? And since we have 7 different mutation colors, we have the red, blue, green, pink, orange, chroma and the albino. We have 7 different options here, and really it's not much that you can affect at this stage, because red is the most common mutation that you can get and the blue is the uncommon one. So as it goes, you're most likely gonna fill the red and blue first, but after that it might start to differ a little bit. And by looking also at this value table, the multiplier that I added in this last video when you made money, that's also an indication how rare each mutation is. So by comparing, we can bring up this table right now from the previous episode. But if you compare the green and the albino, you can see that the multiplier is identical. And by seeing this, I would assume that the rarity would be close to identical as well. And then we have pink, orange, and the most rarest color, which is the chroma. Some people call it rainbow. And in my situation, if I would open up each species here, I would see that I have all the common glow on all these fishes by just going through every single one. As you can see, I have every single color. Not every single color, I have every single size of the red color, I should say. That means that I have 50 red mutations of all the sizes. So it doesn't get higher than that. 50 is the maximum that you can get when you have 10 fishes like you have here in Port Jackson, and you have all the different sizes of that specific mutation. In this case, the red one. And since I lack 3 mutations here, it's gonna be quite difficult today actually to detect which 3 is missing. But since I have a spreadsheet, so this is quite complex, and I need a spreadsheet actually to keep track on how many fishes I have of each color, because there's really no clear way of actually seeing all these fishes together at once. Because you need to know which color you have the most of, because it's those 3 colors that's gonna count to this final number. So regardless what color you have, you can have like red, green, pink. But if you have 50 of all those, that will add up into 150 and you're done. You don't need all the red, blue and green. It can actually be any color as long as it goes for all the species. So if you have the most of the red color, that's what's gonna count down here. And then maybe the second highest is gonna be the blue. That is also gonna add up here. And in my case, so green is not the 3rd highest that I have. I have actually the albino as number 3. So in my case, it counts red, blue and albino. So my numbers is currently, as we speak and as I record this, I have all the red, that's 50. And then I have all the blue. I actually don't have all the blue. I lack 1 blue at this point. So I have 49 blue, meaning that I miss 1. I think it's the bluefin tuna, I'm gonna see. Yeah, so we have the baby-sized bluefin tuna here that is missing for me. And the 3rd highest one is the albino for me. I have 48 albinos, meaning that I miss 2. So if I choose these 3 colors, or actually the game will choose these 3 colors because those are the ones that I have the most of, I will add up to 147. And the 2 albinos that I miss, I think it's actually the bluefin tuna again. So we have the huge size of the bluefin tuna, and we also have the huge porgy, which is also something that I miss. But during the way, when you are working on this index, things might change during the way, because you might end up getting a lot of orange, and then it starts to count the orange. But if you start to get more green all of a sudden, then it will switch. So as you proceed here, this choice of color might actually change as you go along. During my way up here up to 147, like halfway I was counting chromas and orange for some reason. Those are very difficult to get actually, so, and I wouldn't really expect that those would be my final colors. So if we add everything that I have, since there's really no good overview, I can just mention the numbers from my spreadsheet. So I have 50 of the red, I have 49 of the blue, I have 45 of the green, I have 48 albino, I have 44 pink, I have 39 orange, and I have 40 chromas. By adding all these together, I get 350 different mutations. And if I have these 315 and add these 50 of the regular size, I end up with this total of 365 variations found. And that's spot on. So overall, to get all mutations in Port Jackson, I still lack 35. What I hope that they will do eventually when it comes to this fish index, because now the overview is, it's kind of tricky to actually know what counts. So hopefully they can make some kind of improvement here, because if I didn't have the spreadsheet, I would have never known easily what mutation that was actually counting. By doing this spreadsheet solution, I can at least keep track myself, at least, what I miss. But hopefully they could maybe like add a frame around the different colors that actually counts or something, because I believe that would help. And then you will also see if the color switches or shifts to a different color as you work your way up on this fish index. Well, in any case, that was all I had for you today. I hope it's less confusing now, or I have just made it worse. I don't know. But in any case, if you do have any questions and comments about this, please put them below. Like this video if you would like to see more content from Fishing Simulator. Please subscribe, and yes, have a nice day. Bye everyone.